Hello, everybody. So this is actually take 4 of this video. For some reason, right in the middle of the third take, it stopped recording. I don't know why. It just stopped. So the second time, I realized I made a huge mistake in my sweater, and I'm like, I gotta pull out 7 rows. Ah! So I stopped recording. The first time I started recording, and my dog's like shoving the ball at me. So I end up like, okay, I gotta play with her. So stop that recording. So this is take 4. Hopefully the 4th time is the charm. So again, I am Margie. I'm the bootleg knitter, bootleg fiber. How you doing? I am an educational historical demonstrator. That's my key thing right now. I do historical events. So I just did one yesterday, Saturday, in White Hill Mansion, which is in Burlington County, New Jersey. They had their history day. It was phenomenal. They had Revolutionary War enactors. They had privateers. I decided to dress in my about 1840, 1830, 1840 dress, a little more Southern style. And I did demonstrations of hand carding and spinning wool. And that was so much fun. And I also do a lot of classes in open fire dyeing. So if you're interested in learning how to open fire dye yarn with natural dyes, I do a lot of them at the Isaac Meyer Homestead. It's ISAAC, Isaac MEIER, Isaac Meyer. You go to their Facebook page and check out their events, or you can just reach out to me and I'll let you know when I'm doing my next event at Isaac Meyer Homestead or wherever else I'm doing them. But the Isaac Meyer ones, you get to actually, learn about the process, put the yarn in the pot, and you get to take your yarn home. Some of my other demonstrations are just demonstrations, especially like for the kids. I do a lot at Daniel Boone Homestead for the kids. I do them for free. So if I then sell the yarn so that I can keep doing the kids programs for free. So yeah, it's like a yarn money out, as in paying to buy yarn and buy dye, do my dyeing, sell it, some money comes in, I keep doing it for free for the kids. So yeah. So I did a program on Thursday for some a homeschool group here where I live, and it was great. The kids had a blast. And actually my fingers, 2 of my fingers are still a little blue. That's okay. So I'm working on a sweater. And what I wanted to show you was how to join 2 ends of a yarn together. So actually, like I said, this is the 4th take. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to break this where I showed you. So this sweater I'm doing, I'll show it to you in a minute. It takes a lot of yarn. My friend wanted a cable knit sweater. And this is the yarn from his sheep. And it's thin. He goes like, no, I want a chunky one. I'm like, well, I'm going to have to hold 2 threads together then. He's like, okay. So I've been making 2 balls from a skein and then knitting them, held together like this. See? 1, 2. There's 2 there. 1, 2. So I'm going through a lot of yarn, and then I'll have to add some yarn, add a new ball. So say you're doing a project and you have to do that. Now this works with, I've done it on color projects, like where I'm going from one color to the next, and it's going to blend in. No one's even going to notice that for 3 stitches, you have the 2 colors together. So I do what's called a wet felt. And this is a great way to, if you're doing you're doing a big project and you have to add a new color in, or you have to add more yarn in, you don't have any ends to sit and weave in at the end. So nice. So what you do is you're just going to take, this only works with 100% wool, and it should work with alpaca, but I'm awesome. I have not done it with alpaca, so don't hold me to that. Okay, I've done it with wool. So I'm going to take my 2 ends. So here's the one end. This one's almost done. I will put it over the other end like this. Okay. And now I'll put it in my palm. And now I'm going to add, hang on, a touch of water from my, there we go. This is called a wet felt. Ooh, that was cold. I got an ice cube in there. Oh my God, that's so cold. Okay. And now I got some water in my hand. I'm just going to rub them together, adding friction. I had a little bit too much water. You really want to get the ends well, okay? Because you don't want your ends popping up. Okay, there we go. Now, ta-da! See? It is wet felted together. And now when I knit them in, you're not even going to notice. It is a tiny bit thicker, like right here. But again, that's going to be literally for like 2-3 stitches. You're not even going to notice. Now you're like, well, Margie, I have a bulky yarn or a thick yarn. If you have a bulky yarn, all you have to do, like say you're, oh, like this is a bulky yarn, and you put them together and you're like, wow, that's really thick at the join. I don't want it that thick. What you can do is just take your scissors. I'm not going to cut my finger. I'm just pretending. And you can cut like 2 inches in this yarn and 2 inches in this yarn, so that when you put it together, it's going to be half the size, okay? And then when you wet felt it, it's all going to blend in. It's going to be the same size as the yarn. So you could do that also. And again, it just, you don't have any ends to add in that way. It's just so nice. So let me show you this sweater. This sweater is for my friend. It's very large. That's the back. Here we go. This is the front. Here we go. I'm going to open up. There we go. See? Nice, right? Nice big cable knit sweater. So I'm actually on the neck decrease. So here's the neck. The neck's going to go to right here. That's the neck right there. I'm doing the top of the shoulder. I'm doing the top of the shoulder decrease right now. This, again, this wool is from his sheep. This is from his Shetland sheep. And the pattern is from the Aran.com clan sweater collection. If you go to Aran, ARAN.com, and click, and there, type in clan sweater, or I think it's one of the options. I don't know. Clan sweater is what you want to look for. They have a list of a whole bunch of different clans and a whole bunch of different sweater designs, which is awesome. So this one is the Ryan sweater, and this is the one he picked out. And like I said, my friend Pete is like 6'4". I don't know what he weighs. He's a big guy. We call him fondly the Mountain Man. Very fondly. So Pete, if you watch this, it's all with love, bud. It's all with love. Okay. I want to write down that I just did a decrease. I have to do 11 rows of decreases. So I'm going to write that one down. I'm sounding a little stuffy, right? I was at the barn today and I took my allergy medicine, but I'm allergic to cats. And I was petting the cats because they're so cute. How can I not pet them? And like Buddy Boy is so sweet. There's Sweetums is also sweet. She used to be sweeter until she became a killer. Now when she started killing birds and mice and stuff, she's not as sweet as she used to be, but she still lets me pick her up. I pick them both up. I pet them both. I love them. But this is what happens. And I took my allergy medicine, but I'm still quite stuffy. And I tend to have like a delayed reaction. Like it doesn't happen immediately when I hold them. Like, yeah, a couple hours later, all of a sudden I'm like, I'm so stuffy, and it's from the cats. Yeah, it is what it is. So again, I'm working on this Clan Aran sweater. It's a lot of cables. I'm just doing like, this is a 2 twist right here. Let me turn it around, 2 twists. So I'm just going to use my finger to hold the front yarn and twist. I was actually thinking of doing like a cable tutorial. If anyone wanted to learn how to do cables, they're really not hard at all. I said, this sweater has 9 different, 9 different cables? I don't know. It's a lot of different cable stitches in this sweater that I have to that I have to do. And I have to keep track of like where I'm at on what. All right, so for instance, see this, let me turn it around. See this cable right here? This one right here? It's time for me to do my cable on that one. So an easy way to do it is, I don't use cable needles. I can't stand cable needles. I will just take a double pointed needle, and actually downstairs I have a bunch of small double pointed needles. I usually use them. But when I came up, I forgot to grab it. So I have a regular double pointed needle right here. And when you do a cable, all you're doing is taking the yarn either front or back to twist the stitches. So I'm going to put 3 stitches. Can you see 3 stitches on my cable needle? I'm just going to, on my double pointed needle, I'm just going to shove it into my sweater like that. Now my hand is free and they're not going anywhere. I'll knit 3, 1, 2, 3. I take my double pointed needle. I'm going to put these 3 stitches back onto my left side. Here we go. Put that down. I almost just lost my pen. And now I'm going to knit them. 1, 2, 3. They make cable needles. I don't like them. So now that stitch is all, here, let me put it front. It's all twisted now. See, right here? Okay. And then, sorry, my back's a little sore today. And that one, now the next stitch, I call the owl stitch. It kind of looks like an owl. Let me show you. Right here. Doesn't it kind of look like an owl? Right there. See? There we go. Looks like an owl head. Sorry, my back. I was sitting in that chair, the other chair yesterday, and I was sitting, my feet over the one thing and my back over the other thing, and then my back muscles are hurting a little bit because of that. It's whatever. It is what it is. All right, so for this one, again, I have to take 3 to the back. So I'm going to put 1, 2, 3, stick it in the sweater, get it out of the way. I'm going to knit 1, and then I put those 3 back onto the other needle. Shove it in my sweater, get it out of the way. Knit 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Right, easy, right? And now I have to do my decrease, because again, I'm decreasing on the neck. There we go. Hang on. Alrighty. I'm going to do another one when I turn it. 6 and 7, here we go. Turn. Okay. You're supposed to put these center stitches on a holder, but I did not. I'm like, why bother? I'm using this circular needle and I just left them on there. All right, so I'm going to do these 2 together. I marked it down already. So that's what I'm doing. I'm working on the sweater for my buddy Pete. I want to start the sleeves tomorrow. That's my goal. So I think in the morning, I'm going to knit in the morning until I go to the gym. Then when I come back from the gym, I got to get some laundry done. But then once I get that done, I will sit and knit one more time. And then I wanted to have this done tonight, but like I said, I had to pull out 7 rows or I would have been done, at least this side. I did have a big nap today because I didn't sleep good last night, so I ended up coming home. I went to the farm and I took, we had to put a sweater on my sheep, not a sweater, a coat on my sheep to protect her fleece because one of the other sheep are eating her fleece. They're in the barn right now. They get bored. Pretty soon they'll be out in the pasture and then they won't be bored anymore. But right now they're a little bored. And my Petals likes to roll in the hay and the other sheep like to eat the hay off of her. I'm like, Petals, stop rolling in the hay. So we put a cotton one on her right now. It's still going to be cold this week, so that'll be fine. But I ordered some burlap material and we're making one. My friend's making one, not me. I don't sew. My friend is making one out of burlap so that she will have a much cooler coat to wear. She's going to be shorn in May, so we just have to get her through April. And one more week of March through April, maybe 1 week of May, and then she's going to get a haircut. So hopefully her fleece will be really nice. Won't be matted down or anything. Yeah. So I'm just hanging out here knitting this sweater. If anyone has any questions or comments, go ahead, make them down below. Please share this with your friends. The more the merrier, right? Yeah. So I think that's it. And I'll see you all soon.